Here are 8 signs that you are not in victim mentality anymore, even though others might say so. Number 1. You can talk openly about what happened to you, you're not ashamed of it anymore, and you don't fear any reprisals of others. Others might try to manipulate you and say, as you are still talking about it, you are somehow still a victim of it, but you know that this is not true, it is actually the opposite. When you can talk about it openly and freely, then that means you have overcome it. You know that what happened to you has nothing to do with you. It was not your fault, you did not attract it, you did not cause it, and you did not want it in any way. You know that what they did to you has only got something to do with them, but not you. Number 3, you know that your past does not define you. That means, yes, what happened to you has of course affected your nervous system, but you also have learned techniques on how to regulate your own nervous system. You know the signs of your body and you can react to it accordingly. You know how to do breath work, how to use exercise, and also UV light consumption in order to self-regulate your own nervous system. So yes, epigenetically, such trauma might not only affect your own nervous system, but also those of your descendants. But on the other hand, you also learned how to control yourself and you know how to deal with it. Number 4, you don't fall into the traps of others anymore, because others might deliberately ask you about your trauma, and when you talk about it, they might use your answer to just dismiss you as somebody who's still in victim mentality. But you already know that you don't have to explain yourself, you don't have to defend yourself. It is just something that happened, that you told, and that's the end of it. You cannot be manipulated anymore, you cannot be guilted, shamed, and nobody can point the finger on you, because you just know it had nothing to do with you. Number 5, you learned your lesson. You are no longer naive, gullible, you don't trust easily anymore, you don't believe everything you hear. They cannot manipulate, bribe, guilt, or shame you into any behavior, because you know what's good for you and you set clear boundaries. You will not be manipulated into any self-harming behavior like drinking or smoking. Number 6, you can differentiate between the image other people have in their head of you and what truly is your emotion and your life. So when somebody hears your story and then says you are damaged, you are broken, you are desperate, you are at rock bottom, you know that this is just their imagination, their fantasy, and it has nothing to do with you. You do therefore not identify with anything somebody else says about you, you just leave it to them. Number 7, you found inner peace. You accept what has happened in your past. And that does not mean that in the now or in the future, you will not set any boundaries. Of course you will, because that is exactly what you have learned. You have learned to set boundaries, you've learned to say no, you have learned to stop being a people pleaser. What happened to you in the past might be awful, but it doesn't ruin your happiness in the now. Number 8, you enjoy fool's license. As you have now nothing to lose anymore, you enjoy the freedom of fool's license. You can say and do whatever you want without fear of any reprisals, because there is simply nothing that anyone could take away from you anymore. You are so secure inside yourself that you can happily wear whatever you want, put on the makeup you want, say whatever you want. It just doesn't matter. Life is good. So, and these are the 8 signs that you have overcome your past trauma. And all of these idiots who say that you're still in trauma or that you're a victim, they can go home, because you know you are a survivor.